Hello everyone, welcome back again. So in the part 4 of CABA method video, we have shown how to make the CABA figure, right? So we have shown how to make this figure, and we also discussed the CABA quadrant, okay? But now in these figures, you see, in addition to the quadrant, we also have a statistical significance analysis, okay? So basically, we can use t-test or we can use Mann-Whitney U-test, because here basically we are looking into the difference between two groups, okay? And ratings between two groups. So we can actually use the independent sample t-test or Mann-Whitney U-test, okay? If we were to compare the ratings by the same group, then we would normally use the paired sample t-test or so on, okay? But anyway, so here I decided to show you how to do the t-test as well, because when I was discussing this decision-making framework based on our method, we actually look into the significance of the difference. If the difference we see, if that is significant or not, okay? And if that is statistically significant, then we would really use this decision-making framework based on the figure that we get, okay? So now to implement this statistical significance test, I have prepared in our template. So this was the template I covered in the previous video on the part 4 of the video. So in part 5, we need to calculate the t-test p-values, and for that either we would need the original data set, the array of data, or we could use actually the sample size, mean, and standard deviation to calculate the p-values, okay? So it could work in both ways, okay? So if I already had the real data for each of these categories, the importance of all the data, and the importance of duck, all the data, and the importance of LSP, all the data in this Excel file, I could simply use the T distribution, this T distribution, no, not this one, the t-test command in Excel. So I would then just select the real data of the importance in array 1, then I will use comma, then array 2 would be the importance by LSP, okay? And then we would give a comma, then we will indicate the tail. It will be a two-tail test because we don't know which one will be higher or lower. And then we will have the type. I think we have to select, I think 0 or 1, something like that. 0. I think we would normally use 0 for a independent sample t-test. I think for paired we have a different value. But anyway, we are not having the real data in this Excel file, right? I have shown you the data is in another Excel file, but we don't have it here. So if you have the real data in your Excel file, you could actually just use this command. But since I don't have the real data in this Excel file, I have added the standard deviation, okay, for the importance by duck, for the improvement by duck, and also importance for LSP by duck and improvement for LSP by duck. So I have added the standard deviation values, okay? And using these standard deviation values and the sample size, which we already have, we can actually calculate the TS statistic, okay? So here is the equation for TS static calculation. So let me show how to implement it. Okay, I think it's better to call it TS statistic, okay? So importance TS statistic, and we will have another one for improvement TS statistic, okay? So now let's try to implement it. So I will start with the function equal to, our first mean is the mean of importance, right, by manufacturers, then minus the mean of importance from LSP, right? We put them in brackets, and then we have to divide them by a square root of our standard deviation. Actually, we have to take the variances or squared standard deviation. So we have the standard deviation. So we have to take the square of that. So we have to take the square of our standard deviation. This has to be then divided by the sample size, which is 17, and plus another bracket, the second standard deviation here of our importance. We have to square it to and then divide it by the sample size, which is 27. Then we close the bracket. Let's hope it works. Yeah, it works. Okay. So basically now we can drag it down. And just to double check if it looks all right. Yeah, it looks all right. So we reduce the, up to 3 decimal points. Now we have to do it for the improvement as well. So here we start with the bracket. The first improvement value is this one, minus the second improvement value is this one. We have to divide it by SQRT. We start another bracket. First standard deviation, this one, we have to take the square of it, divided by the sample size, which is 17. Bracket close, plus the second standard deviation is this one. We have to square it, divided by the sample size, which is 27. Bracket close, enter. Drag it down, reduce the, yeah, that looks okay. Just to double check this again, C2 minus G2, importance, D2, and H2. Yeah, looks all right. Okay, if you see any mistake, then just comment in the video, then I will try to fix it. But now we got the T statistic, right? But we still do not have the p-value. So for the decision making, we would normally try to get the p-value score. Okay. So for that, I will just add another row here. I will call it P. Okay. So for the importance one, we're going to start with a command. We will write t.dist. Okay. And since it's a two-tailed, we'll select the two-tailed one. And this is our test statistic. And then we also select the degrees of freedom. So the degrees of freedom is normally the n-1 of the first sample plus the n-1 of the second sample. So in the first sample, we have 17 respondents. So n-1 is 16. In the second sample, we have 27. So n-1 is 26. So 16 plus 26 is 42. So degrees of freedom is 42. Okay. We have to take the absolute value here. So here we also have to take the absolute value of the test statistic that I have to select. Yeah. Now we got the p-value. Okay. And then we can just drag it down. Okay. So that's how we get the p-value for importance. Similarly, we can also get the p-value for improvement as well. So for example, here we now do p-value. We can make it again wrap text. So now we start a function t.dist. We take the two-tailed one. We take absolute. We take the statistic value. The degrees of freedom is again 42. So close the bracket. We got the p-value here. So here, then we can also reduce it to 2 decimal points. So normally, most of the time when we are looking to decision making, we look into 5% statistical significance. So if the p-values are less than 0.05, then we would say that there is a significant statistical difference. Okay, if p-value less than 0.05, there is a significant statistical difference. Okay, statistical difference. So here, if you see this p-value is significant, this one is significant, right? Is there anything else that is significant? This one is significant. Yeah, it seems that's mainly it. These are the yeah, that's mainly it. These are the ones that are significant. Okay. Here we can also come up with a rating a score, we can use like a star for significance at 5%, 2 star for significant at 1%, 3 star for significance at 0.1%, 0.01%. Okay. So here actually all of them, they are significant at 5%, all the 3 of them. Okay. So this is how we can actually do this t-test analysis, and we can actually get the significance values. So let's compare this with the value we have in the paper. So we have for managerial skill, we see that importance is significant, and for statistical knowledge, we see that importance is significant, and for geo network, we see that improvement is significant. So if we go to this figure, for geo network, we see improvement is significant. Of course, yeah, we see the 2 stars here. Managerial skill, we see 2 stars. Here we see 2 stars for statistical knowledge. That's right. These are the three ones that we found. These are the 3 that we found here. In the paper, I see one more star in technological know-how. Okay, in the importance part. So let's have a look here. Technological know-how, importance part here. So here, it's not statistically significant at 5%, but it is at 10%. Okay, so that's what we actually did here. We used 1 star for 10% and 2 star for 5%. Okay, so that's how we actually have this figure. And if you want to update this in the figure, we could, just like add it here. So managerial here, we could just add it here, that for importance, it's 2 star, and the other one, it's not significant. Okay. We could just add the same thing here. Oops. We could just add the same thing for tech here. Yeah. We could then add for here, we could add 1 star. And for this one here, we have to do it slightly differently, because here the star should be on the improvement side. So here the star should be here, and this side should be empty. And all the rest of others, though there is no significant. Okay, so we could just put in brackets 2 dashes, or we could just ignore it. So here you see now the figure looks exactly like what we have presented in our paper. Okay, so that's how you can actually do the t-test and incorporate these stars and this decision-making framework. So yeah, that's how you can implement the CABA method. I hope now the whole method is clear to you, and we look forward to seeing many papers using this method and publishing papers and theses and research work using this method. Good luck.